What did you find most educational about going through the process of selling your company?
It's very difficult to describe. They don't teach you in business school. And they should also have marriage counseling just based on this. But it was a unbelievable high. And it was also a lot of self-realization. You had to really look into yourself. Now, at the time at Carrot, I was the majority shareholder. So, Chris Patesha is my partner, but the decision was kind of on my shoulders. So even though we have a small people have shareholders, you have a staff, and you have everyone who's going to look at you and say, is this what is right for our future? And you had that pressure, but then you had the pressure of your family, and you really going through this whole process, look at what you're trying to really get out of life. You think you know what you're trying to do. You think you know what your happiness is. And it went back to, through this process, I realized that I do like being scared. I do like new things. I do like challenges. That's something that this allowed. Also going through this process, I realized how hard it would be to integrate things, looking at how much it was going to take us to grow to the next scale. So it kind of gave you a much bigger glimpse into what the future of the market was. And then finally, it taught me what employees really do think of me and really do think of the company. And I guess I was very nervous, and I was delightfully surprised by how many people were actually rooting for us to sell. You wouldn't think that. You'd think that they were like, oh, you're going to screw up my work and the things, but they were really wanted us to get this. And it really kind of almost justified our Carrot existence. It justified the fact that we were always doing the opposite things, and this justified that. So going through the process, you learn a lot about what you want. You learn a lot about how your employees, why they really came to this company. And you learn a lot about the market, but that doesn't matter. Because what I learned is when I did the deal, I trusted the people I was doing the deal with because we were the same. And to me, that was so much more important than all the conversations we had in the past where there was lots of synergy. Synergy is a word when you don't have a gut feeling, and I learned that part of it didn't matter. And I think the most important thing is I learned that what we've done for 8 years, all the small, tiny little things that we obsessed over did, all led to this moment. All of them had connections for even things that we thought we failed at were actually things that brought us to this step, to that step, to this step, that got us where we were. So realizing that it almost, to me, what I learned was it justified all the things we did 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, going to this event that let you meet that person, who introduced this person, and it was all this kind of domino effect. So it kind of, to me, validated just all the things at the time I probably thought were obnoxious or bullshit or too much. It really validated that all that work kind of concluded up to this point.